Benny Smith has been a staple at WTK The Rock, the student-run radio station on campus, as general manager for nearly 2 decades now.
Indiana and Chicago, Nashville, all over the place, and I was just intrigued, and I loved it, and I loved the music aspect. And so when I was in high school, my sophomore year, I guess, a class that was offered in my high school, it was one of only, I think, 6 high schools in the state who did it. It was in conjunction with the World's Fair at the time, or coming up. And what we had to do was we had to spend time outside of class, at least a couple hours every week, at a business we thought we would want to go into later in life. So I went and started interning, I guess you could call it, at our local AM radio station in Greenville, WGRV. And the very first day I was there, I must have done something right because they offered me a part-time job. And so I got involved, not only for class credit, but I also got paid, started my career, and I found out very quickly that radio was a lot more than just music, and I loved it, and I still love it.
And how did you get involved, like, later on? What did you do after your internship? Did you go anywhere else? Or?
Sure. I mean, I worked there through my sophomore year at UT, my sophomore year at UT, and I had part-time when I would go back home during the summer. I would work, or like on Christmas break.
Benny has a message for those students who think about wanting to have a career in radio, and he has these words of advice for them.
Is follow your passion. You got to love what you're going to do. You got to understand it's not a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday gig. You're going to do night hours. You're going to work events. You're going to work weekends. I mean, you've got to be able to adapt to do that. You've got to be able to do more than just one thing. You can't be just an on-air announcer. You got to be able to go out and work events or help put promotions together, or maybe go out and make some sales calls. You've got to be able to do more than just one thing because it's about convergence now. You really need to be able to do some other things well other than one thing that you can do, you know.
WTK has won numerous awards in the time Benny Smith has been general manager at the station. He says he hopes to win more awards because of the loyal listeners that keep listening to his station. This has been Sean Fincham with UT Today.